Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasteless. With me is Artosis. We had a pretty cool interview with GNRO back there. Very happy
He's
to
a
see
great
him
guy, man. And, I'm really happy. He's really representing the non-Koreans. Just, you know what I really like is a lot of the Terrans we've seen playing right now are just all-inning a lot. We're seeing
that's like one basing so hardcore.
Yeah, and,
it's like,
or sometimes the two base all-ins as well.
Yeah.
We've seen plenty of those where they're like, third command center, why would I make one of those? I get two meals already. But GNRO is actually just playing so solid like it's StarCraft 1. It's beautiful. And I am so proud of him.
Well, it's nice to see somebody kind of playing the game the way it's going to be played in the future.
Yeah.
When things are fined out a little bit and we kind of understand the game better.
Absolutely.
So that was kind of a real big treat to see somebody not just making Marines and SCVs and then sending them, but instead doing a great standard macro Terran. I mean, I think the only time maybe a two-base all-in is actually smart for the metagame is a map like Jungle Basin, TVZ, where it's like, well, the Zerg's going to have to go to third base. You just sit and keep two base until they expand. Expansion's closer to you. So
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, really nice play by GNRO.
It was. But now we have another non-Korean play-in, and I'm pretty excited about this guy.
It's going to be so cool.
We have known him since he was a wee little noob, Tasteless.
Yeah.
There he is.
It's my nerd.
IdrA. He's going to be going up against I'm MVP. Super exciting match. This could be, a round of 8 match very easily.
Oh, yeah.
IdrA, he's gotten to the round of 16 last season, round of 32 the season before that. Very good player. Here he is in the round of 32 again, wanting to advance, but he is playing against someone that many Koreans believe is the #1 player in the world. They've been talking about it. He's #1 on the ladder, that's for sure. It is I'm MVP. This guy has like 3,300 ladder points right now.
It's something insane.
It is wild.
It's something that almost like breaks the point system because we don't really think of people actually getting that high in points ever. But yeah, I'm MVP. MVP, a very notable StarCraft 1.
Yeah, this was actually, this guy just recently had a Star League top 8, I believe it was, in StarCraft 1. Quit. Switched over, saw the future. He's like, I see the future. It is StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
And here he is going against another former StarCraft 1 pro gamer in IdrA. So I am just actually so excited about this match, Tasteless, because IdrA has prepared for this. So has I'm MVP.
Yeah.
And we're just going to have to see who's going to win, Tasteless.
Yeah, I want IdrA to win, obviously, because he's my teammate. But at the same time, it's going to be very difficult for him to knock this Terran out. This guy is pretty scary. I mean, being ranked that high on the ladder definitely says something.
Yeah.
And of course, being a former StarCraft 1 pro gamer means you do have the experience on stage, to take on anything.
Yeah.
Nerves aren't going to get to you. But at the same time, IdrA does not get nervous. Hold that thought, though. We have Blistering Sands, Steps of War, and Metalopolis.
It's a reasonable map pool. The Steps of War map, of course, is going to be pretty hard. Blistering Sands is a very interesting Terran vs. Zerg map. It kind of switches over back and forth as to who's going to be good. Extreme late game.
Whoa.
Quite good for IdrA.
Take that, Obama.
Oh, wow.
Now it's IdrA.
That's right.
Wow.
But, as I was saying, Blistering Sands, that map can switch back and forth a lot.
Yes, that's
which
true.
race it is good for during the game. If we go extreme late game, it's going to be quite good for I'm MVP, but there's a lot of times before that it's actually quite a good Zerg map. And in fact, when we had the thumbs down system, a lot of Terrans like to thumb down this map because an aggressive Zerg can be very good on it.
Especially if they take out those rocks in the back of your base. Oh, God.
In the mid-game,
very tough.
When Terran's trying to take that third base stasis, they're spread a little bit thin. They really need to get up to 4 bases and cut the map in half. But at 3, you can run around with Mutiling and Speed Bangs.
They have to attack the rock at the gold base, which means you have to have some of your army up there. And oftentimes, with the hotkey setup, people just move their whole army up there because they're so busy multitasking. And then Zerg can just run right in. So I'm curious to see what exactly IdrA has planned.
Yeah.
If he's going to be very aggressive in that. I know he's been training hardcore.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to go over to his, I used to actually live next door to IdrA here in Korea, but I moved.
You did move, Tasteless.
I moved. So I haven't been able to see him as much and see how he's training. But the countdown's begun, so we're going to find out. Get ready for some TVZ action here at the GSL. Over here, in the red, the great white hope. Release the Kraken.
IdrA.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Over here in the blue, at the top right, we have our Terran player. Oops, I was going to say more.
I am MVP.
That's right, MVP. He was a very accomplished Starcraft 1 pro gamer.
Yep.
And as Artosa said, it's not an exaggeration whatsoever. This guy, a lot of the Koreans are saying he is the best Korean.
Yeah, a lot of the Koreans saying he is the best in the world, of course, because that is
the vast majority of good Starcraft
being the
players
best
are
Korean. normally that comes hand in hand. But he's a very good player, ranked extremely high. I think he's going to be a lot more powerful than last season when we saw him die to Xenio quite early. But Xenio played some great games. But I'm MVP. I'm expecting great things out of this guy, so we will see.
Oh,
and
very interesting. This is kind of
maybe Macarax.
Macarax in it. I'm curious if the drone vision, if he hugs it, I believe it would be just outside of this barracks.
I would totally imagine there wouldn't be another reson for making it exactly
this guy's
there.
pretty calculated too. So
now IdrA going for a hatchery first, and he's gonna. It's kind of a long map. It's going to be hard for I'm MVP to rush it too quick.
Pretty aggressive game here from MVP. Now, IdrA is one of these guys. IdrA is one of these guys who usually wins if the game goes longer. Essentially, the longer the game goes on, the more likely he is to win because his late game is so strong. Now, I'm obviously not the only person that knows this. The Koreans know that as well. MVP knows that. So a technique usually used to beat him is to try to kill IdrA up right away. To not allow yourself to get in a situation where you have to compete mechanically with IdrA in production.
Yeah, it's quite true. Now, IdrA and Rhett have been working together, and HeyPro, of course, as well, on how to... Ooh, look at this. Nice Overlord Scout. You may see some stuff.
Oh, my God. So close.
Yeah. But as I was saying, they've been working together on strategies to beat exactly what's going on here, which is the 2 barracks play. And you're going to see something pretty interesting here. You go for this very quick spine and use a lot of drones. We've seen things quite similar to this before, but this is going to be a little bit more refined than what we've seen from other Zergs so far.
I'm looking forward to it. Spine crawler on the way. Marines being cranked out.
IdrA right now, he is mining a little bit of gas in his main base. Whether it's for Zergling Speed or Baneling Nest, we will see.
Only 2 drones in there.
It's most likely going to be Zergling Speed. He's got to keep that economy up. That's why he's keeping down the drone count on mining gas. Now, we do have 6 Marines out. Very interesting. Okay. He is going to go ahead and take an expand. IdRA's going to check for that right now. And there it is. So IdrA knows what's going on. Sees those Marines. Can back up to his spine crawler.
Now, I have to say, this Marine pressure build didn't turn out to be very effective at all. I thought it was going to be much more aggressive. It was not. But I do like how he's using this to wall off this entrance.
Yeah, totally. This is going to stop any high economy aggression via Banelings and Speedlings, unless he wants to try to cut down the back, which probably won't work with the Marines over there. Looking for any Overlord, as we see.
Nicely positioned there. Note, everywhere, these Overlords so far really well positioned. If you're new to the game, you should always position an Overlord over this.
Yeah.
You absolutely want to do that.
You got to watch for that being killed. It's just so important. Changes the game completely. Changes out the entire layout of the map, in fact. Now, we see he's getting a very good economy now. After making those Zerglings, after making that Spine Crawler, he gets double Queen, techs up to Lair, drones up quite a bit. And IdRA's starting to look quite nice here, economically speaking.
We see Marines continue to be cranked out here. He has 2 more barracks. So we're probably going to see aggression again here pretty soon from the Terran. He's not taking up too hardcore. And, even if you don't have the add-ons, if you have this many barracks, you're going to get so many Marines right away. It's quite surprising. And, of course, you can do it quickly without having to get your gas. Now 2 tech labs.
Now, notice IdRA's being very aggressive on these rocks already. Keeps 1 Zergling outside of his opponent's natural to watch for things like this. There are Marines walking out, so IdrA may want to go ahead and produce some more Zerglings, which he's already doing, and Tasteless, he is making some Banes right
Banelings.
there. Very nice. He's going to be totally ready for any Marine tomfoolery. But notice how aggressive he is on taking out these rocks. He really wants that as
really
his
good.
third base. And, you know, that's going to help out his economy quite a bit.
Now, for the time being, we're going to wait and see when that actual timing attack from the Terran is going to be.
Yeah.
It does look like he is getting the stim and, combat shields. For the Marines, he might attack right when that completes.
Yeah. I believe that is a decent chance. We've been seeing Terrans rely a lot on their micro lately and doing things like that. But IdrA, being very smart, he is getting that Baneling speed.
Yeah,
so that's going to be exactly what he needs to help take that out.
So for the time being, both two-basing, IdrA may take this third gold base pretty soon here. We got an Overseer
Very nice.
in the main.
Coming in, scouting out what's happening. And he may even contaminate one of these tech labs if he wants to try to stop that. And look at this, Tasteless. Beautiful timing. MVP moving out with these, but Baneling's speed is going to finish very soon.
With Baneling's speed, he can really get up to those Marines very quickly.
That's right. Excellent timing by IdrA.
Nice scan here by the Terran, though, taking out these creep tumors.
Absolutely.
Zerg units, of course, do have increased speed on the creep, so this is a pretty good job here by the
Notice
Terran.
the Marauders there moving to the front.
Uh-oh.
And IdrA, he wants to engage. Going right into this Marauder wall. He's got to be careful. He's got to hit some Marines with this.
Nice splitting here by MVP.
Yeah, definitely. Very nice splitting there. But all that's left is some Marines and a Marauder, so MVP probably going to turn around there.
Yeah.
You don't want to risk hitting a few more Banelings there. The Marauders are really what stopped IdrA from crushing that attack.
Well, this has been a pretty exciting game thus far.
Oh, definitely
I
has.
think MVP was probably surprised to see Baneling's speed that quickly.
Yeah, a lot of players get that quicker Spire, but, you know, IdrA playing a very safe style. He loves to play safely. And having the Baneling speed up just so fast
hold on.
makes me happy, Tasteless.
The gold base might be under attack here. It doesn't have much HP. It just started. Can IdrA defend this properly? He's got Banelings and Zerglings.
Yeah, he's got that speed upgrade, which is going to help immensely. But with the stim off of creep, still, Terran can micro, and it really comes down to, you know, who has the best micro.
Yeah, that's quite true. The battle of
can the
unit
Terran
control.
split enough?
IdrA doing a good job of retaking all this creep over here.
And it's time, Tasteless.
Okay.
That Marauder taking the front a little bit, and
here he
come
comes.
the speed Banes.
I like how he's keeping this Marauder up in the front.
That's
trying
awesome.
to bait the Baneling damage.
And we see I'm MVP. Going to walk away a little bit. Is going to join up with some more units. And I heard contamination went off. Looks like, well, he's keeping an eye on I'm MVP's army. And look at this, Tasteless. The Spire is actually about to finish.
Yeah.
And a bunch of mutas are being made right now on that production tab. 8 mutas and +1 attack. So IdrA actually is going to suddenly have all these mutas fly into I'm MVP's base. And it is not actually very well
Actually practically
defended.
naked. Just missile turrets.
Yeah, just that missile turret. So this, actually the mutas being so late like this might throw him off a little bit. You might think, okay, this guy's actually only going ground units. He's just going Banes and speed Banes.
Note the Rock is still here, though. So the third base for the Terran MVP is going to be pretty late. Terran is committed to taking out this hatchery. Meanwhile, IdrA throwing up an additional hatchery.
And look at this, a nice spread. Oh, this is awesome. The siege tank on the high ground. Very good move by MVP.
Yeah, really nice.
Going to be hard for these Banelings to do anything. Look at this. Very nice move. The mutas come in, targeting that siege tank. But I'm MVP.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was awesome. Really using the terrain there. And he just does some beautiful spreads. And IdrA is in a lot of trouble, Tasteless.
IdrA did not manage to go up the tank back there, which has a huge impact on the outcome of this battle. And
a lot of Marines left.
Yeah, there are just not enough Mutalisks here to take this on. Terran is not reinforcing quickly enough, though. And it looks like we're going to have yet another engagement here.
Whoa! All the Marines going
God.
into the dropship, which then gets killed. IdrA getting a little bit of a lucky break there. And he's going to go ahead and take out the rest of these Marines, losing some more mutas so that he can kill the siege tank. He's got to get those siege tanks out of there. But IMVP is back with a lot more units. And IdrA still in a lot of trouble this game.
IdrA has to hang on to this expansion. If he loses this expansion, he very well may lose this game. Once again with the siege tank up here on the high ground. Microwave, stimming, killing, shooting these drones. He engages once again here with the Lings, but he's just baiting him back into the siege tank fire.
That's right, and we see the Banes coming up. Siege tanks are placed. Look at that beautiful siege tank blast, killing all the Banelings, and it looks to me, Tasteless, like IMVP is going to take this first game. IdrA's in a lot of trouble. It's going to be hard to come back from here.
This is pretty brutal. He's shooting, and that's going to be it. Yeah, GG. It was over. That was pretty rough. MVP definitely reinforced that well. IdrA has to not be happy with that.
Yeah, no, that
game back there.
That was quite an important match for IdrA to win that first map because he's afraid of the Steps of War match, Tasteless.
Oh, God, that's a map you definitely do not want to be playing on in a ZDT as Zerg. So this is going to be pretty tough.
You know, I have to hand it to IMVP. He just played a brilliant game.
Yeah, he did really a really good job.
Very good pressure, very good micro in the beginning. And then when he came over, spread everything out, sent just a small amount down, had the siege tank on the high ground take out the Banelings.
Right.
Beautiful play by IMVP.
Yeah.
Really. I love watching these Terrans play that are just microing so superbly, really using the terrain to their advantage. And he just, I have to say, he outplayed IdrA that game.
He really did. He did a really good job. I'm sad because I don't want to see IdrA lose any games.
Of course.
So
me either, but it happens, man. MVP is a great player.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, you can see why Koreans think that he might be the best player in the world.
Well, he's like the highest ranked right now.
Yeah.
With ladder points.
I hope they're not basing it only off that, though.
No. But, all right, we're going to get the second game started here momentarily with IdrA. And I'm MVP duking it out. So the countdown's begun. Get ready for another TVZ here at the GSL. Try to stretch it out, but I saw the Korean commentator talking. We'll get this started momentarily.
Yeah,
should be a pretty good game. Yeah.
Coming up.